Hello, Twitch! Tonight, we are playing tabletop RPGs with Drummer Geek, aka Bar... How do you say that?
Barfared.
Barfared. Aki, aka Jade Amakir. Am I saying that right? Something like that. Did you lose your voice again?
No idea.
Okay, thank God you didn't lose your voice. Our DM, I Kill Pigeons. Princess Fuzzy,
You're all
aka
screwed.
Yvette. Carthage, aka is that Lander? And
Yes.
me,
Lander.
Mama Monkey, I'm going to be playing a character called Umara. So, do we want to go around the table and we'll introduce the characters that we're going to be playing for this campaign? Jade, do you want to go first?
Sure. I'm playing a high elf wizard.
Nice.
I am playing a half-elf ranger.
Okay. I'm playing a human druid.
I'm playing a human rogue.
And I'm a half-elf bard.
All right.
And I am a human dungeon master.
Woohoo!
I kill players.
I kill players. Oh my
Well,
goodness.
that's a name
Yeah.
yet to be earned.
We're gonna
Yeah, yeah,
pause now
I'll,
and change his name.
We'll wait
And if
until
we get
that
to a
name gets
party line, then we
earned.
got I kill parties.
Oh,
Oh man, I hope not. I hope I didn't make this too difficult for you guys. Oh dear. Okay. All right. So you all have, for your own reasons, answered a summons. A small village by the name of Orr's Rest has put out a call for adventurers to help them, and you being the adventuring type for your own reasons, wanted to go help them out. You all meet up on the road on the way there, and decide to basically go along with each other. The only thing you know about what's going on in Orr's Rest is the flyer said we're having some problems with some grave robbers and possible bandits, and they want help. And they're not a very rich town. It's a very poor place. Kind of your typical village, you know, that makes its living. It's a... they do a lot of... My mind just went blank. That's not what they do. They do a lot of. They cut down a lot of trees, sustainably, and do lumber work and such, and then trade the lumber to the local cities. And for food, they do a lot of hunting and fishing. There's a little bit of farming, but it's not a big farming community. They don't have a lot of money, but they promise that any spoils you find. And while helping them, you can keep, and they will scrape together what they can to help you out. And while you're there, you will get free room, board, and food. So
Right, so if we find spoils while we're helping this grave robbing problem, doesn't that just make us the grave robbers?
not if it's already out of the grave.
Okay,
If it's still in the
okay.
grave,
Not-
we can't
not
take
if
it out of the
it's-
grave.
Okay,
Not the
got it.
belongings of the grave robbers. Not
I guess
the belongings
that's
of
kind
the
of a moral
graves.
dilemma that's up to your characters to decide.
Well, I don't
So,
think
as you're
we need this
walking-
stuff anymore.
As you're walking along, it's nestled, the village, you can see up ahead in the trees, a couple hundred yards away. It's nestled along a small river in a valley. It's in the foothills of a mountain range that lies to the east. You're approaching from the west. It's the forest is fairly dense. It's mostly spruce pine, and there's a smell of freshly cut pine in the air because you are walking just by a lumber mill. There's two men working the lumber mill with a couple other young men dragging some freshly down pines to the mill. They've been debowed, so it's just the trunk. Another 100 yards further down is the town itself. There's no wall around it. It's just a collection of houses. You can see what looks like a blacksmith, small school, that kind of thing. You see a spire of what might be a temple or a church. And there is a faint but unmistakable smell of a building fire on the breeze. There's a few wisps of smoke rising from the far end of the village past the temple and school building that you can make out.
That better not be the inn we're meant to be staying at. So I'm going to be very disappointed.
Gonna get a terrible Yelp review.
Okay, so you all have either just met each other recently or within the past, day or so traveling along the road.
Okay.
Take it away.
Should we go find some sort of town authority to fill us in, or?
I'm curious. Can we see any more of what? Can any of us see the actual building on fire?
Maybe
If the building's on fire, that might be.
Because that's where.
That's what I'm thinking.
We're probably going to be anyway. That's where the town
Yeah.
is going to be.
Yeah. Good point.
So what do you do?
Yep. So let's go there.
Can we actually see the
Let's
building
follow
on
the
fire?
smell of the smoke.
You cannot see the smoke is rising from. It's blocked basically by buildings that are intact.
Okay.
You can see the smoke rising from beyond
Might
those
be a
buildings.
bonfire.
Okay.
Well, it's still worth going and checking out.
We'll
Yeah,
follow the
exactly.
smoke.
It's a good place to find people.
Okay.
Yep.
So you walk through town
Yep.
and go to the smoke.
Yep.
Okay. So as you round the corner around the schoolhouse, there is multiple burned buildings on the
Oh.
eastern edge of town,
Uh-oh.
and the
Maybe
smaller
they're
ones
doing
are
some urban renewal.
the smaller ones are a pile of smoking. Yeah, feel free to talk in character as I'm narrating. By the way, like what the smaller buildings are a pile of smoking ashes. A couple of them have some minor flames still flickering in the ruins and ashes, greedily looking for more fuel to burn. There's a large building in the middle of them, with about a 6-foot foundation of blackened and charred stones. The foundation has collapsed in a few places, and it sits amongst a pile of ashes and large, charred wooden beams. A dozen townspeople are carefully hauling the ashes and freshly coaled wood away with horse carts and crude wheelbarrows. A middle-aged, balding man sits on a blackened stump nearby with his head in his hands. A woman with long brown hair and a ponytail, wearing a dirty captain's sash around her waist, appears to be watching over the cleanup, issuing commands and helping others where needed.
Let's go up and talk to her. I think she might be the one in charge.
I'd be more inclined to go to the man with his head in his hands.
Yeah, I think
Start with him.
My character definitely
And he's
goes
got nothing
to
better
the
to do.
to the
You don't
one
want to interrupt the
that
fire
looks
captain
sad.
while she's directing her crew.
Okay.
True. Good point.
So you go up to him, and he's just sitting there, and he's kind of sobbing silently a little bit. He doesn't notice you.
I'll come up and give him a gentle pat on the shoulder. Hey man, rough day? This your house, was it, or something?
Looks up and he goes, "This was my life,
Oh no!
and it's gone. It's all gone. It's all gone. Everything I worked for, everything I built this.
What
It's
happened?
gone. It burned down.
You know the cause?
Who is responsible for this? And how can we avenge you?
Will you help? If there's anything, I have no.
Well,
You
we're
put
gonna-
You have no
your phone
sound.
too close to your face.
You're muting yourself. Turn
And
off
you-
the mute gesture.
You're still muted. I still can't hear you.
Oh no. He also erased part of Trogdor. I think I'll probably be redrawing that every single week.
Yeah.
Trogdor!
Just save the
Just
room
each
once
week
we
you can
had
just
all our
advance the story of Trogdor. You can just slowly redraw it with more things happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still can't hear you, Pigeons. Your mouth is going a million miles an hour, but
Turn off your mic and then turn it back on.
Alright, well, Pigeons is having technical
I think you might have to just
I'm gonna see if my
exit Rec
husband
Room
can
and come
check
back.
the stream.
We have no audio. Still have no audio. Pigeons, if you're talking to us, we can't hear you.
I doubt if he's actually talking continuously like that for that long.
Okay. Yeah, but he was gesturing and stuff like he was trying to go and...
I'm gonna send him a message.
Yeah.
Because maybe he can't
I
hear
doubt
us
if he
either.
can't hear us. That'd suck,
Wow.
though.
It's possible he's been delivering exposition for the past, like, 45 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear us, Pigeons? Nod your head if you can.
Oh my.
I don't think he can.
He's lost everything. He's trying to type us a message. This is going to be a really slow campaign.
I'm gonna be spaced here.
He says, I can't hear you either, and I'm gonna tell him log off and log back on.
Yeah, I just
'cause we
sent him one
can hear
saying
each
we are
other,
silent,
so-
restart the question mark. Well, while he can't hear us, we can make plans and schemes.
Alright, I just want to tell you guys a little
Discuss
bit
amongst
more
ourselves what we're gonna
about my character, maybe.
Yeah.
I rolled an insanely low charisma stat, so I decided that with my character's background, she's gonna be kind of like dirty and smelly a little bit. Because as soon as I get an ability score improvement, I'm gonna start bathing and bump that up. So,
My character is not charismatic either.
okay, yeah, I will
My character's
probably.
very
Charismatic.
I'll probably hang back quite a bit, and I'm not trying to be like, I'm not unsure or anything. That's the character I'm playing is going to be very socially withdrawn. So
Yeah, that's like the
Mine's-
opposite of my character, so...
My character's not socially with.
We can make
Good.
conversations.
My character's not socially withdrawn. My character's just socially awkward and socially ignorant. So my character will say things not realizing they're upsetting people. My character is basically been raised by elves who did not like him and treated him like shit, and told him stories of what people were like and all that were not positive. And he has no real world experience dealing with people or of any race. So he's not that he's gonna be very, very socially. He's socially an idiot, I guess would be the right term for it.
Well, that's an interesting
Pigeons
bug
return.
because as soon
we can
as
hear
I
him.
opened my settings menu, all of you went silent and I went silent. Like,
Hey.
that is
Um,
not good.
no,
Raining
and
over us from above.
yeah, my mute gesture is not activated either, so I'm a little confused as to why. Because it's still working now, right?
Yeah, we
yeah.
can hear
Yeah.
you now.
Still here.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, blah blah blah
When you
blah
went
blah blah
silent,
blah.
your hands dropped
And
near your
it just must have been a weird. Oh, okay, so it must have just been a coincidence then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to get situated again. Okay, so
Yeah, aim for the chair, or you'll be too high up. Unless you want.
oh no,
once you sit
I
down,
want
you're
to be.
alright,
Otherwise, I can't see over
actually. Yeah, you
it.
can't see over the screen.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
There goes Trogdor.
Oh, what have you done to Trogdor?
All right. So where did we leave off? You were asking.
The dude was telling us that it was his life, and it was burnt.
And we were offering to help.
And Drummel was, yeah, he was like, will
Okay.
you help me? And then it went silent, pretty much from there.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
He was speechless.
He looks up and he's like, I have nothing left. This is all I have. But if all I have left now is revenge, if you will make those who did this pay, I have nothing to give, but you would have my gratitude.
So who did it?
He's asking for our help. That's not funny, Jade.
Oh, there goes the pin. Way back over there now.
So who did it? Do you know who did this?
We have no idea. All we know is, I mean, we know what did it. It was a flaming zombie burst through the back door and just lit the whole place up. And
Because it wasn't just your place; it was those other little
Well,
places before next to
the
it as
fire
well.
started. The
It was
fire
all the one
started.
fire.
Fire started here, and the other houses were so close that it spread to them. This was yesterday. Early in the morning, just before the sun rose.
Okay, so
What time is it now?
The
Just
fire
before the
started.
sun rose, so the zombie wasn't burning from the sun, but it was burning for some other reason.
You've been playing too much
Well,
Minecraft.
The undead do not catch on fire during the daytime.
we're not miners
Okay.
here. I'm not sure what you mean by that.
I haven't had a lot of experience with the undead, so I wasn't sure.
I have a lot of experience with the undead. That's not how that works.
Alright.
If an undead was on fire, it either walked through a fire or something set it on fire.
Alright, okay.
This sounds like it may be related to our grave robbing problem, which is actually what we're here for.
Yeah, I'm wondering if maybe this is due to. I'm wondering if the people who are doing the grave robbing aren't happy that they're trying to stop them, or they're upping their looting.
To bring zombies in, though?
Or perhaps they just uncovered something by accident. Like maybe they accidentally raised a flaming zombie. Maybe someone was.
Or just
brave
encountered
and-
one, set it on fire, and it kept going, and they ran.
Mm.
Perhaps.
And he hears you guys talking. He's like, no, there's. This all started a couple weeks ago. I can't talk about this. I can't think about it. You should just go ask Harriet. And he points towards the lady with the long brown hair with a ponytail, wearing the captain's
Alright,
sash.
to Harriet, the captain.
To Harriet.
So you walk over to her, and she's already noticed your presence, and she looks at you, standing straight with a commanding, and she looks all of you up and down with a commanding stare. She goes, well, I suppose you're not going to be staying around long, are you?
Why wouldn't we?
Well, we came here for the job. Here's the fire.
Yeah, well,
I mean, that's obviously not exactly related to this fire, but we think maybe it is.
I apologize. I'm a bit pessimistic. The last party to show up this morning. By the way, out of character, it's getting towards the evening. It's kind of late afternoon right now. She goes. This morning, another group of adventurers showed up, and when they realized that the inn here had burned down and they had nowhere to start their adventure, they said this was a stupid adventure and left. And so they refused to help us. So I assumed you would, all of you would have the same reaction. Yeah, because I did a little bit of time in the army, and I met some adventurers in my time, and from what I understand, they really like their inns.
Well, I mean, I do enjoy inns, but I hope that I have a little more compassion than to just abandon a town that is in need of help because they don't have an inn for me to stay at. So I'm still.
I've spent the last few weeks living in the woods. I'll be fine.
Well, that's great news. We certainly need the help. So, oh boy, where to start? So you got our notice about the grave robbing problem. That was we sent those out. Oh boy, about a week and a half ago. A lot has happened since then. So a couple weeks ago, we had some graves being robbed. The grave is up the hill, and she points towards the east, towards the mountains. About 100 yards up that way. And at first we thought it was just some hooligans, some grave robbers trying to steal valuables or something out of graves. So a few of our men waited in ambush the next couple of nights to try and catch who was doing it. And, some of the people that had been dug up actually came back as the undead, and there was a big fight, and Billy and Sam, they didn't make it, but the others managed to run off. And after that happened, it was quiet for a while, for about another week until yesterday, early in the morning, just before anyone was really getting up, just before the sun came up, a flaming zombie burst through the inn and just started lighting the whole place up on fire. And of course, we all rushed to try and put it out, but it just went up so quickly, and it caught these houses on fire next to it. And as the blaze was going up, hang on, I gotta check my
Oh,
notes.
no. Oh, I thought we lost your audio again then.
No.
Captain checks her notes.
My notes are a bit
Sends back
jumbled.
to
I'm
the
sorry.
pages. Now, what else
I'll
was
get
it
more
that happened?
organized as I go on. Well, no, I had a specific quote that I had written down. I'm trying to figure out where it is. Oh, here we go. Okay. And as the fire was raging, we all heard a sinister voice from up in the hills yelling, "Try to get a party of adventurers together without an end to meeting!" And then there was just maniacal laughter. And of course, as I already told you, 4 adventurers did show up later.
I didn't stick around.
Early this morning, and when they realized the inn had been burned down, they promptly left. The real tragedy is this morning or late last night, after we had the fires kind of under control, we realized there's a few more of our people that went missing. Three people are missing. We don't know if they got kidnapped or if they just ran off, or if they got or worse.